Dear Lord, please don't let me fuck this up. All right, it's the World Show. No, it's the Bottom of the Glass Nation show. Yes, I was looking at the notes from yesterday, the ones that I didn't use. You can understand that. I'm discombobulated, man. I'm discombobulated because I've got a show. I'm telling you that some prep. I did some work. I've been drinking since noon. How can we go wrong? Is everybody on the bus? Close the doors. Loud one. First gear. Let out that clutch, man. Let's go. It is Saturday, February 17th. It's a little bit after 6 p.m. Los Angeles time. And that means it's time to drink. We are the Bottom of the Glass Nation. We must get to the bottom of the glass to find the truth at the bottom of the glass. Are you getting a theme here? The Bottom of the Glass Nation. Welcome. If you're on Facebook, personal, Facebook Blue. Whoa, look what fell in the jar. Holy Santa Claus shit.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Wait, your mic's not on, kid. There you go.
Actually, I got to plug it in.
Oh. He's over there screaming. I'm trying to drink. Wow. I'm not sure what to do there. I'm not sure how to handle
You're
that.
welcome, America and Denmark.
Facebook finally has some representation in the jar. We'll get to
I'm
that
going to change
later.
it to stars right now.
What's that?
I'm going to change it to stars right now.
Yeah, please do that. As everybody does a follow anywhere, we could have a big following tonight and just overfloweth with blue.
I wonder
Boy,
who's going to win, Facebook or YouTube?
Mrs. Four is going to be pissed. I remember a long time ago when this happened, she goes, get those things out of that jar.
I know, we'll see.
And then they went away. I tried to fix it. I couldn't fix it. I finally gave up. And now she was happy. For months, Mrs. Four was happy. Do you hear that? Everybody, listen to that sound. If you're real quiet, can you hear that? That's Mrs. Four sitting in her rocking chair on her front porch. Listen, yeah, that's her pouring another mason jar full of peach hooch. Yeah, she's pouring herself another jar. Yeah.
Sweets, name the $2 hoe.
No, she couldn't. We just got started. Sweets, you named the $2 hoe?
Mrs. Sun Valley Fox is the $2 hoe.
Well, I was going to take a drink to all you fine folks. I was going to take a drink to kick off the show. I was going to take a drink to kick things and get things going and kick this pig, letting the bus get rolling down the road. But now,
Wow, I really thought that was going to be a stumper.
I got to drink one to Sweets. And the $2 whore is Mrs. Sun Valley Fox. How she pulled that out of her ass, I'll never know, but well done. Well done. Drink this one with me. Don't let me drink alone. I will drink alone. I don't prefer to, but if you folks would drink with me, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, okay. The jar is super big because the last time you guys couldn't figure anything out. So we made it big. Now we're going to make it small, put it right back to where it's supposed to be. Okay.
So does the Facebook know what you're talking about, the jar? They have no idea.
They can see the jar. They can see the jar. What the jar in that you guys can see down here in this part of my screen right here. What this is it's a tip jar. And if you guys donate if you're on YouTube and you do like $1 to $4. The $2 whore goes in there. Anything over $5, it's Mrs. Four Watton's perfectly ass-shaped peaches. Anything beyond $20, it's a blue diamond that blows the jar up. Now, the little green guys is if someone becomes a YouTube subscriber, a little green guy goes in there, or a new member. It's one of those deals. But on Facebook, the only thing they allow us to do is drop in that blue GXT icon. That's a Facebook thing. Every time you guys donate stars on Facebook, it's supposed to drop in there. So that's the representation for Facebook is anything blue. All the other colors, all the other symbols, all the other everything's in here is YouTube. Rumble, you're the redheaded stepchild tonight. You don't get to play. So YouTube could potentially fill that whole thing up. I'm sorry. Facebook could potentially blow this thing out of the water because so many opportunities on Facebook. There's like a list of 30 different things that Facebook can do. Look at joining the stream. Oh, liking the stream. The kid didn't change liking the stream.
I'm doing it right now.
Every time someone says like the stream, it comes on there. That's a tough one. So anyway, it's a big deal. And the jar is working. The light is green. The trap is clean. And the kid cleared the jar. I'm not sure what. Oh, no.
We had a clean slate.
No, you don't. They all came back.
Oh. Would you like a clean slate?
Yeah. Now that I've explained it, let's make this fair. Clean slate. The light is green. The trap is clean. The jar is empty, and we're going to continue.
So no Facebook follows, likes, and shares don't go in there now.
What goes in there from Facebook?
Goes in there?
Stars, donations, and supports. Whatever supports.
Stars, donations, and supports on Facebook.
Wonder who's going to fill the jar
know.
first, Facebook or YouTube?
I don't know. YouTube. Well, you got Loud One in there, and if he's drinking, he'll fucking he'll wait about halfway through. He'll blow the jar out, and then he'll fill it up with a bunch of his own shit. That man does not go down easily.
Depends who has the credit card.
Shush is behind him. He can sit across the room and snap his fingers like that. Shush would be more than happy to fucking blow that jar up. She'd be more than happy.
Well, we'll see what happens.
And you've also got Mrs. Ford that is very quietly sitting back with her mason jar of peach hooch, and she's watching what's going on, taking notes with a skeptic eye. All right. Do you have something you want to do to the sheets first before I get going?
Oh.
Because I have a great show.
All right, I can.
Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
All right, birthdays. Valerie Walker, today is her birthday, and just one more. If they're in the chat, everyone say
Valerie.
happy birthday.
Just one more.
Loud One, $10. Okay, people, calm down. We aren't quite ready to leave the spot yet. Grab your drinks and find your seat or pole or whatever you're holding on to, and let's get this shit going.
That's when I started doing that thing tonight. It's the first night. I'm like, is everybody on the bus? Let's go. We got to do that every night. We just post out there, say, get your ass on the bus. We're leaving.
It's the party bus.
Going to leave you at the station. That's the truth.
John Parise over on Facebook. Good evening, my king and queen, 18-month subscriber.
My God, John Parise is one of the cool cats. His daughter dances to the videos. Disney Kid, if you guys are members of the YouTube community, if you're members of Patreon, on Facebook, if you guys joined the General's Lunchbox, you already saw this today. It's a private page. It's $1, but if you go there, that's where all the stuff we don't show the public is. YouTube community section. It's all listed as members only. You guys would have seen the picture that we did today. Disney Kid and Cali Cat, not to be outdone by the Queen and her list of crowns forever, sent me that. It's metal, and I had to just modify it a little bit, and then we did a little funny picture of it. But yeah, I don't know if you can be king and general, but it is there. All right, so we didn't welcome you to the program yet.
Oh, no, you didn't.
And we're welcoming you now. There's Gen
Hi,
X
everyone.
Mom. No one
Saturday
complained.
night.
No one said,
I
where
didn't
is
notice.
she? No one said, where's Gen X Mom? No one complained that you weren't even
They just
there.
heard my voice.
Yeah,
so everybody was good.
They were okay with your voice. They didn't even need to see your beautiful
That's okay.
tonight.
That's all right. TJ Wrench over on Rumble. Howdy to all my fellow bottom of the glass barstool neighbors, the few, the proud, the Rumblers crowd.
The few, the proud, the Rumblers. Yeah,
Yes.
you are too.
Joey Uquerde, member for 23 months. Exactly 2 years ago, I stumbled upon a kid on TikTok who was ambushing his dad, and ever since then, I've been here. I might not have been able to make it to the meetups, but I'm still going strong.
Kid Brother Joey been around a long time. Family member of Gen X Talks for sure.
Yes, Loud One. The peach moonshine is flowing here in the Loud and Shush residence tonight. So good. If y'all were hoping for a smooth ride, you're shit out of luck because I'm half a bottle of shine and we rolling.
You see, now I wonder if he's got the imitation peach shine, or if that really did come from Mrs. Fort Watten's grandpappy still way back up in that Tennessee holler.
I don't know.
'Cause you never know.
Loud One gave another $5. I have my credit card and hers tonight.
No unauthorized spending at this time.
Jeffrey Montgomery, $2. I'll help the YouTube group take control of the jar. Way to go, Jeffrey.
The jar's gone. He never put it back.
Oh, good. Oh, it's on split screen?
What do you mean I never put it back?
Is it because of split screen?
Come on.
Oh, yeah, split screen. There it is.
What do you mean I didn't put it back?
I'm sure it's you.
I was on you.
All right, Sammy Joe. Hello, handsome general and beautiful queen. Love you both. 490 stars sent. Oh, she's trying to boost her Facebook over there.
Well, Sammy Joe
yes.
is flying without underwear tonight. She has no help other than herself, and she's covering Facebook Personal and Facebook Blue.
She can do it.
Sammy Joe is your moderator on Facebook, both channels. She's doing her best.
Everybody say hi to Sammy Joe over
Everybody say hello
there.
to Sammy Joe on Facebook. And if you guys want something posted, Let me tell you how that works. To my left, your right is a thing called sheets, and in between the sheets, you guys get to have stuff posted. If you say something really good in the comment section in Rumble, in YouTube, on Facebook, there's moderators that go, "That's pretty clever. That's important. That's funny." Or "This guy is a complete asshole," and they copy and paste it, and we read it between the sheets. We read your comments out loud later. Not every single one. You guys sometimes are drunk and mumbling, but you get the idea.
All right, I'm almost there.
right.
Insurmountable Kelly Cat from rainy Florida to the North Carolina coast. Gen X Talks tells
Did you say
it
you
with
were almost there?
what?
Did you say you were almost there? You said, "I'm almost there." I mean, I like it when you tell me, then I know you're almost there.
Oh my gosh.
That's a very sexual reference.
From rainy Florida to the North Carolina coast, Gen X Talks tells it with common sense the most.
That's what I'm trying to say, baby. Lighten it up with common sense. You know what? I might drink to myself. Common sense. I might do it. You're welcome, America and Denmark.
Mrs. Form has gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships. Mike, Rod, Captain Cal, Forrest, and Jack all got memberships tonight.
Okay, now I see what's going on.
What's that?
First of all, let me teach you something. And trained broadcast professional, look at me. When I drink, as it goes to my lips, start talking. Otherwise, I'm drinking, you're not talking, and it's dead air. And not the good dead air that we've perfected. Remember that. You got to take my keys and I'll take yours.
Yes,
But
dear.
in here, John Morgan dropped in $5 with his big red one. Remember, General, as Mel Brooks says, it's good to be the king. It is. I skipped over to Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones where he says, "I'm the king. I get what I want." However, I just got something now. There's been in Discord, Gen X Talks has a Discord service like chat rooms. It's free. And in there, I've noticed this one guy posting these really cool things about these little phrases and memes and sayings. I thought they were far out. Didn't know who this cat was because he's called the Morgue, M-O-R-G, and he's got the scary, twisted dead guy. Same picture as John Morgan.
Wow, it's taken you that long to figure that out. Welcome aboard, General.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I just figured out that was
Oh
him.
my gosh, you guys. He's a little
For
slow.
God's sakes, man. I'm doing the best I can.
He's a little slow. I'm sure he did Wordle today, too.
I did Wordle. I think, was today the one I lost or I got it in 5? Fuck Wordle. Fuck the New York Times. That's being a bitch. I'm telling you, it's not even fair anymore.
Oh my gosh. Everybody that's saying hi to me, hello. I can't type today. Kind of busy. I'm listening to the General because I have to.
No, because you want to, because I'm delightful. God, you forget all the stuff we rehearse. I told you all the nice platitudes to offer me, and you haven't got one of them right.
Oh, okay.
Listen, look at me.
How can I not look at you?
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm wonderful. Just ask me, I'll tell you.
God, it's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long night.
All right, can I go into the show now? Because I got stuff, baby.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we'll do a little housekeeping here, get some easy stuff out of the way. Bum, 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 bum. And okay, so real quick, the car show, the Two Bears Route 66 car show shirts, toy boat. The car show shirts are going on sale for like in a week, and they're only going to be up until the show. That's it. And maybe we might cut them off before the show because we have to special order these one at a time. Gen X Mom isn't making these. We sub these out. So when they go up and we warn you, if you want one, go get it. Please don't complain later. I tried to buy one, but I had to wait for my allowance from my mom. I don't care. They're only up for a certain amount of time, but they're coming. These are really, really cool dated shirts. You can't get them after they're gone. They have the date of the event right on them. Also, Monday night, Trippy and the Kid put on a movie on Discord. We've already mentioned Discord. Discord is free. Discord is just there's some grown-up chat rooms. You guys remember the old school chat rooms and threads where you can talk about things? Well, they also do a free movie on Monday nights. This one's Ace Ventura. I don't know if you guys know this, but if I was going to this was Jim Carrey's first leading role. And if I was going to summarize his efforts on this, I would tell you truthfully that he took a very stupid, shitty script and he poured every bit of his comic fiber into it and made it a funny movie because this was just a horribly... Think about anybody else playing the part of Ace Ventura, doing this script, doing this movie. It would be a terrible flop that everyone would still be laughing at. Instead, it had a sequel. So I'm just letting you guys know this is the one where he was in prime to take something horrible and make it funny, and he did a good job. All right. I got to talk about this real quick, and then we can get to the bulk of the program. The Admiral Kuznetsov, it's Russian. Russia's only aircraft carrier looks finished. I get a ton of emails from you folks, and I mean a ton of emails. Let me go right there. A little bit this way. Hold on a second. Adjustment. Bump, bump, bump. Okay. I get a ton of emails from you guys about the Russian Navy and the Russian carriers. They've only got one. They've forever just had this one. It came out in 95. It has been caught on fire. It's been, 13 years in repair. They actually, somebody stole, I think Ukraine stole it for a while, and they got it back or bought it back, and then it became a foreign vessel. Then they got it back from them. Anyway, this thing is a piece of shit, okay? Quit asking me about the Russian aircraft carriers and the Russian Navy. I'm telling you, they still have some cool submarines, but they're old and dated. The only one or two that they've got that are modern aren't nearly as good as our Navy. But this thing is a pile of shit. Now, you guys always ask me the same thing about you say, well, China, China's got 4 carriers. No, China's got 2 carriers. One is going into sea trials. And do you notice the big ramp? The big ski jump on the front of the Admiral Kuznetsov, the Russian one. You remember the pictures of the Chinese one? They're the same. The first 3 of the 2 that are out to sea right now, and the one that's doing sea trials, they're all that way. Why don't we build ours that way? If that is such a great design, and everybody's like, look at this, it helps the planes get into the air, it does its job, we get flames, blah blah blah. You hear story after story after story. It took me one phone call to the Department of Navy, to someone I know, and said, tell me what the skinny is on that. They're very clear. Said, those suck. The main reason is that because the plane has to have so much thrust to get up that ramp, they're heavily limited on what they can carry. Did you know that? The Chinese ones, they can't carry big planes with a lot of fuel, so they can't go very far. They can't carry a bunch of fighters. They can't launch fighters off there with a lot of ordnance because it's too heavy. That's why ours, the Nimitz class, the Ford class carriers, long, huge, big flight decks where they can get shit done. We can have bigger planes and carry bigger loads and have planes that go further. Not like that. If we did that, it would cut our workload in half. One phone call to a guy that knows. So every time you see, and I'm not going to bash England and France and some of the other guys. India got one of these too. All right. Some of our allies stepped on their dicks when they built these. I got it. But I'm absolutely telling you, this is a bullshit design. It hinders the capabilities almost in half. One phone call to the Navy guys. Yeah, I'll tell you, everybody knows this. And now you know too. You're welcome, America and Denmark. Now, did you guys also see, did you guys also take a look at the new carrier, the mocked up, it's mostly built. The carrier that the Chinese Navy is now building, it's an exact stolen plan of the Gerald R4. Now, they don't know how it runs. They don't know how to operate it like we do. We barely know how to. We just got there with it. So they're building an identity. But guess what? No more ski jump. No. They went flat. Why? You have to. You absolutely have to. Your other carriers are shit. They're junk. You poured all that money into them and manpower. You're floating around and flexing your muscles. You are the joke of the South China Sea. Everyone's laughing at you. You float by Taiwan, they're all going, you dumb motherfuckers, as they float by. Then the Ronald Reagan goes by, and Taiwan goes, oh shit, that's the Ronald Reagan. That's a fucking aircraft carrier there. That's what happens. You see the difference there? Now you know. All right. Yes, I simplified that for my sister-in-law, so now she knows. She didn't have to go listen to 14 hours of some documentary. She got it all in 5 minutes. You're welcome, Mrs. Sun Valley Fox. Okay. More. Stuff. I told you I had a show.
Can I read some sheets?
Oh, my God.
My turn.
Go ahead.
My turn. All right. Christopher Civic. Oh, my God. How much would it take to get the general to put on the crown? Oh.
I'm not. She barely got me to do it. I would. Okay. $100 bill I'd put on the fucking crown.
$100?
I would put it on for 5 minutes. That's it.
5 minutes.
$100 I do it for 5 minutes.
Wow.
But that's it.
We'll see what happens.
I hope nobody pays it because I wasn't going to do it at all. Fuck that.
5 minutes.
Wait a
Okay,
minute.
we'll see what happens.
I just agreed to do that. It means I have to take off my hat.
Yes, you already did.
Well, but yeah, I was saluting the Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier.
All right, well, let's see what
There's
happens.
no shame in saluting the Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier.
Okay, we'll see what Mrs. Ford's going to do it for you. No problem.
Now I just realized, do I get it? Well, can we do it in the 5 minutes you're on camera?
No. Charles Clark, $20. Ah, that smell. Do you smell the smell that surrounds you? YouTube dominating the jar tonight.
Yep, YouTube
Patiently
owns that
waiting
jar.
on my hat. Yes, Charles Clark ordered a Gen X Talks hat.
Did he now?
Yes, Kevin Grimes, member for 22 months. Not sure if I was gifted another month or if YouTube just pulled their head from the depths of their ass, but thanks to the responsible party.
I think the kid ruined the Facebook thing because we haven't had one more Facebook thing come through.
All right. PayPal, Joseph Lalaberte, $2. It's better to be dead and cool than alive and uncool.
Isn't that the guy? How many times have I said that?
A ton.
Better to be dead and cool than alive and uncool.
John Morgan, $2. I like sharing memes.
You know what?
I like turtles.
I like turtles. You know, that's a movie you quoted the other night. You pulled that, where that better to be dead and cool than alive and uncool. That was
I did.
from Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man.
You know what? The Gen Z kid just put in here, you got Wordle in 3.
What?
I did.
Yeah,
I did
whatever.
it just now.
We don't like him.
I don't like him anymore. Can we divorce ourselves from him? Let's make him an emancipated minor. You're out.
He's an
a
adult.
minor.
He's not a minor
minor.
anymore. He can go.
Well, then we just tell him to leave. Why is he still here?
I don't know.
You didn't ask me to leave. Ask nicely.
Betty Carter, Facebook. First time hearing you on a podcast. I usually always saw you and your son together. Love listening to you. Betty Carter over on Facebook.
Betty.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
sticking around a little bit. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Brent-
Our relationship has been pretty rocky, last few years. I caught him sleeping with another son. It was very sad.
What?
What are you talking about?
But we've gone to counseling. That's why you don't see us on camera at all. Like
You weirdo.
together.
What the
it's
fuck you
it's
talking
tough.
about?
Okay,
Tough.
Brent Dean, $5. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown cow. Brown chicken, brown
I've
cow.
never heard that.
Well, you've never heard that?
Not put like that.
Brown
no.
chicken, brown cow.
No.
Brown
Wait.
chicken, brown down.
How did you know that?
I think this is over on Rumble. Ma Vic, I've been testing my smoked cheeses and Jamesons and Bushmills for pairing whiskeys and smoked cheese. Very good together.
Kid, you don't have the heater on, do you?
Nope.
No, it's just hot in here. PayPal, because I'm here. PayPal, Shannon Brigode, $10 for you. Didn't say where it was going.
It goes to the whiskey fund. Anytime you guys don't say where the money goes, it goes to the whiskey fund.
Mrs. Fort Watton gifted another 5 memberships. Carla, Gerald, K7 later.
Yeah.
Later, Ryan, Trace Schmidt all got memberships tonight.
Okay.
Shannon Brigode, member for 5 months. Hey there, handsome general.
Listen, you're going to talk the whole night.
No, I'm trying to get through these quickly. You just shut your mouth. You just shut your mouth right there. Loud one, $21. Bottom of the Glass Nation is way in front. Chris Conrad, member for 16 months. He's an extra. Loud one, $2. Shush got Wordle and two guesses with no cheating.
Shush is cheating.
All right, now you can have a turn.
No, you don't give me a turn. This is my show. I
Well,
give you a turn.
It's Saturday night. That makes it all right.
No,
Baby, what do I got to lose?
I don't buy you. I don't buy. Wait,
Atibba.
hold on. You don't buy me out. I buy you out. I already
Okay.
talked to Bonzoni. I can make the same deal with him and keep my casino.
Okay.
What's
Your
that
turn.
from?
You're wasting time. Blowing smoke now.
Well, when you sit here and take over the show, when you hijack the show, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that. When
It's
she's reading the
Saturday
sheets, which I got it. When she takes over the show like that, when she ruins things for all of us, and she hijacks the thread, and she won't stop talking. One of the things that pops in my head is the greatest philosopher of the 20th century, a man from Bodfish, who looked at me across a tiny bar one night and said the immortal words, "Chicks, man. Chicks." No truer words have been spoken to Iceman from Bodfish with interrupting women. Chicks, man. All right, Whiskey Fun. Dean Rotering gave me the Whiskey Fun. Jack Daniels is my drink of choice as well. We got stuff to talk about, man. This is just getting going. We got the tip of the iceberg, as they say. All right. So we're going to podcast. I'm going to skip over some of the other housekeeping and I'll get yelled at for later. Yes, please click the follow, the like, the bell, the whatever you're supposed to do, subscribe. Thank you for doing that. I always forget to whore myself out that way, but now I did it. All right. So tonight's episode, this is Generation X. This is Gen X.
Hold it. Freeze.
I'm just getting started.
You can freeze. First of all, the crown is on.
I can see the crown on. Yes, ma'am. All hail the queen.
You need to take your hat off. Crown goes on.
No. Why?
This is for Watton. Gifted $100 on PayPal. Your 5 minutes begins now.
How on earth am I supposed to conduct a show seriously?
5 minutes doesn't start till he puts it on.
Let's go. The queen has spoken.
Hang on a second.
Because knowing him, he would have just been talking for 2.5 minutes.
I know I had to freeze him before he did.
Right now.
Well, okay. Well, also, Joseph Lalaberte gave $2. Gen Z kid just made that more awkward than that time I hung out with my priest in a dark room.
No shit, he did. He fucked that all up.
What are you talking about?
You and your weirdo sleeping with another son, stupid.
That was you're the one sleeping with another son, okay?
Everybody better get their screenshots.
I was a very
This is gonna be your
loving and
chance.
supporting partner.
Screenshot. Here it comes.
Hold on, I'm not quite ready yet.
Baratheon. Here he is.
Robert Baratheon.
Robert Baratheon. I swear he looks like Robert Baratheon with this thing on. Get ready. It's coming, you guys.
Oh, for God. I can't avoid this. This is bullshit. I should have made it $1,000.
Here he comes. Here he comes. Get ready. Let's go. Come on.
It's all crooked.
Yeah, no kidding. Your crown is crooked.
How do kings keep the shit straight? Can't believe I'm doing
Fitted,
this.
usually.
I'm the king. I get what I want.
I'm the king. I get what I want.
It's a headband.
Michael Dawson said Mad King for sure. I told you.
All right. So I'm trying to do a serious show here. You fucking it all up. Let's get off of me and get on to something else. Now, this is Gen X Talks. We are Generation X Talks. All right. So it's not Boomer Talks. It's not Millennial Talks. It's not Gen Z. It's Gen X Talks. So I think we are in a fair position to judge others. Let's start with Boomers. All right. Let's mainly focus on Boomers. I think now that we're older, we can all turn around and look at the generation behind us and go, the fuck was wrong with you? And I have some things I want to tell you about that too. I brought evidence. I didn't just bring hypothetical situations. I'm not just pointing the finger. And we have a very special guest from the Boomer generation that I'd like to talk about in a minute. But I went on the internet because the internet never lies and it's always truthful. And I looked up some of the accomplishments, and there's hundreds of things, these accolades that the Boomers got. Let's cover a couple of them. Boomers. They did this. One of theirs was number 6. We ushered in the era of screen time. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert. However, I'm telling you, you are proud of ushering in screen time. First of all, you guys yelled at us. You're spending too much time watching TV. Well, then don't invent the TV. You're spending too much time in Saturday morning cartoons. Well, then don't make them so fucking interesting. You're sitting too close. You're sitting too close. It's going to burn up your eyes. Well, that turned out to be a fucking lie because now they build vision goggles that go right up against your eyes. So you guys fucking lied. And this is what you're proud of? This is the Boomer generation? You're proud of this. We ushered in the era of watching too much television, of planting your face in front of the screen. Well done, Boomers. Well done indeed. That's one. What's another one we can consider some Boomer problems in here? Oh, they made driving safer. Yes, you did. You made driving safer. And think about all the things you Boomers did. Now I have to wear a fucking seatbelt. Now my car has to have crumple zones on it in case I get into an accident. Now I have to pay $10,000 extra for airbags. Thank you very much, Boomers. Oh, let's not forget you made things safer for us breathing and safer for the environment because all of these have smog control devices on them. So now the power of my engine is choked down to nothing. But this made your list as number 1. Boomers, we made driving safer. Hey, Boomers, appreciate you, buddy. You did great there. The whole country thanks you. And Denmark. I'm not singling anybody out. I'm sure that nobody specifically had to do with any of these things in our group. Sun Valley Fox. Perhaps. I'm just saying. All right. There is more to this. I'm not done yet. I got another one to talk about here. Boomers, boomers, boomers. Oh, this ranked number 2 on their list. Do you like this? We immortalized road trips and travel in general. You immortalized it. Yeah. Let me see if I get this right, because I have been the kid in the station wagon. And don't pretend you were the kids in the station wagon and you immortalized it as kids. No, 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 no. What are we looking at right there in that picture? What does that look like? What is that, a mid-70s GM product? You guys were already married and having sex and having kids. You guys were the drivers of this vehicle. You were not the passengers. You were the drivers. So what do we remember from that era where you immortalized road trips? 22 hours in the back of a country squire station wagon, hot because you won't run the AC. And you were pissing into jars that we drank out of because you guys won't stop on the side of the road because Dad had to get where he was going. And when we get frustrated as kids and we start talking or poking each other, oh, the mom was quick with the hand or the wooden spoon or a spatula. And she'd whip around there and she'd smack all 3 of us. We didn't even see her move. Oh, but this is the immortalizing of an era you're so proud of. Well, thank you very much. I can't think of anything better than getting stuck in a station wagon for 12 or 13 hours with my little brothers pestering me, only so we can get to the Grand Canyon and stand there at the biggest hole on earth for 4 hours. Once I saw it for about an hour, I got it. I got the brochure. We took the pictures. Can we go now? No, 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 no. No, no, no. We'll stay the full 4 hours. Do you know why? So that Dad can get back and race off in the middle of the night trying to get to Albuquerque before the Motel 6 shuts down. True story. But hey, thanks, boomers. This was a great thing. You immortalized road trips. Can we switch out the word immortalize for perhaps traumatize? How about that? And my 5 minutes is up. The timer just went. I was watching that thing.
Wow.
Okay, we will not be doing that again ever. So there you go, boomers.
That was for Mrs. 4.
That's the only reason I even entertained it. If it had been anybody else, I'd have said refund the money and tell them no. But I love Mrs. 4. In fact, I'm going to drink something to Mrs. 4 right now because that woman absolutely is between you and her. You guys are the glue that holds a lot of these live streams together. As I walk around and step on my dick with great regularity, you two keep me in check. How many times over the past 3 years did Mrs. 4 call us or text us going, okay, he's about to go off the rails drunk, unplug the microphone now. More than once, Mrs. 4, have you saved my ass. So I think tomorrow morning I'll be doing the same thing as I am tonight, going to bite the dog that bit me. This one's for you guys, Facebook, Rumble, and YouTube. Thank you guys for being part of the Bottom of the Glass Nation. I need to keep delivering the truth. The truth is at the bottom of this glass. I don't want to drink this. No, no, no. No. I only drink this to get to the truth for you folks. Do you see what I'm willing to sacrifice for you people? Hope you do. All right, so boomers. Is there any more? Yeah, boy, when you think you're almost at the finish line, the boomers aren't contributing anything more to the world and society. You find one more thing. Now, look at what the title says for boomers on here. We reduced the stigma around divorce. Let that sink in, all of you Catholics, all of you Christians. We reduced the stigma. You know, divorce was a no-no. No divorce. If you were a divorcee, if you were a divorced husband, you were kids of a divorced parents, that was bad. You didn't do that. You stayed married. You tried to fix things. You put things together. You went to counseling. You went to churches. You went to your neighbors, your family, your friends. You worked it out. They all came together. You kept the family unit together. And one of the ways they did that was that you knew that if you got divorced, people were going to look at you very poorly. They were going to look down on you. Well, don't worry. Boomers came along and took that away. We don't care if you get divorced. You guys are just like everybody. Fuck it. Get divorced if you want to. We don't care. And you helped erase the stigma of divorce. Well, I have to look you in the eye, boomers, and say, well done. Well done indeed. You took family values and you found a way to set them aside. No more embarrassment, no more stigma. Good job. Everybody can get divorced. It's on us, the boomer generation. Do you see where I'm going with this? You guys wrote that down as something you're proud, as a proud accomplishment. We got rid of the embarrassment of divorce. Not so sure that was a good thing. And then you boomers complain about the way these kids today. I got to tell you. All right. Was there anything about the weird boomers? Was there anything that the list of things millennials contribute to the world? It was great. Do you know what their number one thing was? Plants on plants on plants. Apparently, and I can speak from experience, I have millennial children, and for some reason, it isn't just where you have plants, real and fake, accenting your house in different places like my wife so cleverly does. No. What they do is this is my wall of plants. These are my shelves of plants. Is this your plant room? Well, yes, my husband wanted a man cave, but I insisted on something better for the environment. And they have names for all their plants. Millennials name all their plants in a row. It's almost like watching Beverly Hills Cop 2. Or is that 1? Maybe it's 2. I think it's Beverly Hills Cop 2. Remember when they went in that guy's house and there was 7,000 plants everywhere? Welcome to millennial life. That was on their list as their contribution to the world? Well, at least they're not harming anybody, I guess. I guess we can leave that.
What's wrong with potted plants?
Well, nothing but they're plants upon plants upon plants upon, like rows and rows and rows. I would never see you do that. Maybe in your garden, but not inside. You wouldn't put 50 plants in a row.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back to where we were here. Now, Gen Z. There was so many in Gen Z, and I want to talk about boomers tonight. Yes, I did. But I had to bring up something that was the most popular, the most common thing thread talked about. Of all the comments, of all the people going, what's wrong with that? I have that. We're not talking about 12-year-old girls. No. We're talking about Gen Z adults that still have this. Gen Z Squishmallow Central. Hundreds and hundreds of these. Don't laugh. Our son has 2 or 3 of these things right here. Now,
I didn't buy them.
It's true.
I didn't buy 'em.
You left him in your
But
room.
he buys them for somebody else.
Well, I'll tell you what. His dog runs around with them. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I've spent way too much money on Squishmallows.
There we go.
And I don't even have any of them.
Your dog does. Your dog's got 2 or 3 he runs around the house with.
It's gotten to the point where I've bought an Addy so many that her mom's like, why do you have so many Squishmallows? Like,
Yeah.
But it's just like, it's a great go-to gift, you know? Like, if you just like, you see one and they have so many different kinds, you know, it's like Skylanders, but you know.
But until you get 95 of them, then we're kind of reaching where we're going to have to send you to a 12-step program. But this represents Gen Z. I don't know how many of you out there have a kid, have a relative, know somebody down the street that's got this, but they're out there by the millions. And you just heard my own Gen Z confirm.
I mean, I'm sure there's a comparison that Gen X had that's very
Pound
similar
puppies.
to that.
Not even close.
Pound puppies, John said in the thing. We did pound puppies, and there's
Beanie
Beanie Babies.
Yeah. You have comparable things.
No,
just
we
because
don't.
you're old and wouldn't like it now doesn't make it
No,
less
we
right
didn't.
for us. You
No,
know?
we don't have anything like that. You're full of shit.
Dad, how old are you?
I'm
Old enough to be your father?
Okay, that was a nice pull. Good job there. 56 laps around the sun for me.
Okay. Yeah, that means you're like boomer light.
No, I'm not boomer
He's not
light.
boomer
You can't-
light.
Yes, he
We're
is.
talking about boomers today in a bad way. Don't
You're a
categorize
boomer
me.
light.
No.
You're
Boomers in a
defecting.
bad way.
All right, so here's
You know,
another
I've
one.
received no comments from the Sun Valley Fox, so that either he agrees or
He's got
just
no room to talk. Sun Valley Fox being put. He is baby, and I'm putting him in a corner.
Oh.
That's what it's like. He got to sit there and take it. Wait till we get to Sunny Point number 2. You better check and make sure he's even there because this is coming. Sun Valley Fox, I need to know if you're there because I'm not wasting this segment unless you're here to see it.
I'm sure he's here.
Mainly your wife. I need to make sure your wife's here. 'cause
Oh,
there's some-
she's here.
There's some moments coming.
Wow.
Don't tune out. Don't leave. Don't go get another beer. Send your dog. All right. So we talked about all the boomer stuff. We threw in one millennial thing, one Gen Z. Should we throw a Gen X thing in here? What are we guilty of? I'll show you. And I do agree with this. Gen X, go sports team. Oftentimes, Generation X will have a little area of the house, a bathroom, sometimes an entire clubhouse, often a piece or a part of a wall dedicated to their fan colors. You know, this would be like the Eagles here. It's got Eagles green. It's got the Eagles white. They got the Eagles on the handtail, couple paint. That's okay. That is not overkill. And, my friends, that's loyalty. How does Gen Z be loyal to a pillow collection? No.
I smell a little bit of bias here.
No, not even happening. This is what we did. Okay, and if we're guilty of being loyal to our team, our city, and being part of a fan base, well, then guilty as charged. Yeah, Gen X mom.
Sun Valley Fox and Mrs. Sun Valley Fox have checked in, said that we are here, and Mr. Sun Valley Fox says, I'm here and gathering info. Just wait, General.
Yeah, there's no lawsuit coming, Sun Valley Fox. Sun Valley Fox is my brother-in-law, as most of you know. Every time we pour this, those of you who've been fans of the program know he's in violation of a court order.
Oh, we're still going on that?
You know we are. We're still
Jeez.
going on that. Still in violation of a court order. But I need you guys to understand the Gen X point of view. What's Brad Baker saying in there? Brad Baker turned my whole screen orange.
Oh, man, he's just siding with you. I now fully understand your hesitation for switching to your new phone, General. I got a new Samsung S24 today, and I'm trying to switch everything over. I'm about to light this motherfucker on fire. Can you take a shot with me, sir?
You know, he wrote MFer.
Yeah, I know.
You just said... Oh, that's one of the reasons you got it. My wife, just so you guys know, is a female version of me. I mean...
That's what he wanted to said. I was just reading his thing.
He wrote MF apostrophe ER.
That sounds stupid. Spell it out.
Well...
Why are we holding back?
Apparently we're not, and I'm going to have to step up my game to keep pace. Brad Baker, I will drink with you tonight. Yeah, fuck technology. All right. Yeah.
I smell a little bit of bias in you.
About what?
With the examples he showed for Gen X. That is very biased, you know?
He said biased with a T.
Biased.
Biased.
Yeah, I'm not...
You're very
Ballast.
biased.
I don't read well. I don't read too
I'm
good.
real smart.
I'm a smart feller.
Well, I smell a little bit of bias.
It's with a D.
There's bias brewing.
Okay.
Because you gave a very mild example of things that you could blame Gen X for whenever you choose some of the more extreme things for everything else.
If you got a show, you can talk about your shit on your show.
I do.
Okay, then don't talk shit
But
on
I'm just
my
saying,
show.
then don't have me on the show. Don't be like,
I'm
hey,
not trying
Briggs,
to.
Can you come over and do the sheets and help out on the show tonight?
No,
Yeah,
just
sure.
no.
Hey, Briggs, you want to put a mic on the other side of the table so we can talk during a show? Yeah, man, that'd be great. I'd love that. Okay?
All right, well, I can turn it off, so shut the fuck
Aw,
up. This is my
man.
goddamn show. All right, the kid has a point, but who cares? When you tell him you're a parody, tell him shut the fuck up and move on. All right. So, where were we? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now things get heavy.
Uh-oh.
Things are getting heavy, my fine feathered friends. This is the part of the program that you've been waiting for. Everything up until now has been a warm up, and I want to tell you, when it's so coincidentally that my son was clever enough to bring up biased and bring up fuck technology. He brought it right at the right time.
Did I
got
cue
that.
you up for something?
And Brad Baker did the same thing. Fuck technology. It's clever he did that because the next segment has to do with boomers and artificial intelligence. I need to take that back. Not boomers and artificial intelligence. A boomer and artificial intelligence. Yes, that's right. The Sun Valley Fox. Now, this is going to take a minute. You're going to have to bear with me because I'm going to have to do something completely unorthodox that I don't normally do. But ladies and gentlemen, if you can hold it, don't go to the bathroom right now. If Uber comes to your door, tell them to leave it on the step and keep fucking walking because you got something you guys got to see. Now, I'm going to give you a history lesson. We talked about drag racing before in the old days. We talked about cruising up and down the boulevard with California laws. I let you know that Sun Valley Fox used to drag race Conestoga wagons and cruise in Conestoga wagons back in the day. He was very instrumental in the 4-horse carriage when he lived back east with the Amish, he was into buggies. It was a whole different vibe. But again, just like today, East Coast and West Coast are very different. Back then, it was wagons and stagecoaches versus buggies. You get the East Coast, West Coast vibe. And he, as he moved around this country throughout his tenure, he's been part of all of the cultures. All right. I'm going to have to drink if I'm going to keep up with this pace.
You know, you better be careful because we have some boomers in here that are kind of going Sun Valley Fox on his end. They're supporting the Sun Valley Fox.
You know what? Then
Team Sun Valley Fox.
Then we'll just make you a T-shirt that says Team
Sun Valley Fox.
SFV for Sun Valley Fox. With, you know what? And it will have a foxtail coming out of it like that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You can be hashtag, which is really a pound sign SFV with a tail. You can be all the boomer you want. All right?
SVF.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
That's what I meant.
Okay.
No, it's SVF. That's what I said. That's good. That's what Robin Williams always used to do. So,
and Sun Valley Fox is completely on board. He goes, awesome. He's all for Team Sun Valley Fox.
yeah, you're going to have to because you're going to need some sort of Lord of the Flies band of brothers living on an island because it's just going to be a few of you. That's a true statement. All right, here we go.
Kailash wants to know if the Sun Valley Fox still has the original autographed version of the Bible.
Yeah, I think he got it signed by every person as they wrote it. Hey, Paul, you just wrote. Can you just, hey, John, just a second. Can I get you to sign this right here? I think every person that wrote
that was his yearbook.
That was his yearbook. So what was Jesus really like? Come on, man to man. Just you can tell me. All right. So here we go. Now I have to start with something simple, true, and honest, which we always do here at Gen X Talks. You have to start with a baseline that everyone can agree with. Here we go. This is the Sun Valley Fox. This is a real picture. This is how he normally looks with his goofy boomer smile, his goofy boomer glasses, and of course he's wearing some sort of cardigan Afghan that his grandmother made him because that keeps him warm on chilly nights.
Wow.
This is the Sun Valley Fox.
My brother's handsome.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I think so.
He's kind of smooth. Now, I don't normally like to do this during the show, but I need to put this over. Where can we put this? Where you guys can see this? Yeah.
Mrs. Fort Watton gave $10. I want on the Sun Valley Foxes team. Hashtag SVF rules.
Well, then we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to actually set up a T-shirt where we can do that, or make. You know what? Never mind a T-shirt. How about some dish towels? How about some dish towels that say # Team Sun Valley Fox? Okay, I don't normally do this, but I have to leave.
Oh,
this
he's sitting on your
here
shoulder
for reference. Yes, he is my guardian angel sitting on my shoulder right now. If I know him, he's so mad at me right now. He's shitting on my shoulder, but he should be sitting there. All right. That's important. This is important. Are you paying attention now? So this is where the AI becomes involved. This is where the AI becomes fun. Because as we did the deck of cards, we had to take a real picture, and there's 54 pictures, and 54 of you have been cartoonized, and you are now on the Gen X Talks, the first run, the first deck of cards, and there's going to be more decks for more people, but not all of you sent pictures into Sammy Joe. So Sammy Joe went through, and what you get is what you get. One of these is the Sun Valley Fox. He is on the deck of cards. Now, I'm not going to tell you if he's the 4 of clubs or maybe he's the Joker. I'm not going to tell you, but he is in the deck of cards. It was all random. Nobody picked where they went. The computer generated everything. So this is his picture. Now, the way artificial intelligence works when it comes to this particular deck of cards, when it comes to this particular website, is it generates pictures of you, and we're using the Sun Valley Fox as an example, based on his life. It takes all of the culminated history of the Sun Valley Fox, feeds it into a computer, it blips and beeps and spins and gaggles for about 3 hours, then it spits out images that we might find conducive to a deck of cards. Now, we just picked one, and I don't need to tell you which one, but it's important to see the pictures that were rejected and how they relate to the Sun Valley Fox's life through artificial intelligence eyes. Let's get on it. For some of you who understand what Grand Theft Auto is, this would be the Sun Valley Fox in Grand Theft Auto. Now, I left the other picture up. Do you see why? We have to see the similarities. Now, this did not remind me of a video game. This reminded me of that movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas, where he goes through Los Angeles walking and with baseball bats and shotguns fucking everybody up. He looked a lot like that. Now, this is the Sun Valley Fox according to a certain part of his life from AI. I think we can all agree that's a very good
Wow,
likeness.
the ladies are liking it. They're like, oh, Lord. Oh, Sandy. Oh, hot. They're like, yeah.
You know, his wife just looked at the screen and looked at the room at him and went, I don't think so. No, not even close. But, you know, don't, to my brother-in-law, who I love dearly, don't get too excited about this because they're not all this endearing. All right. So what's the next one? This one is Grand Theft Auto, or as I like to call it, the movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas. A lot of my generation has seen that. All right, let's move on. This one is the Sun Valley Fox through his time when he lived in Seattle as a hipster. Yeah, this is the old guy hipster. This is him with the little goatee and the no mustache. This is when he was going through his artsy phase. But again, I left both pictures up there. Can you see that? Got a little more hair in this one. The glasses are he doesn't have those big old dorky glasses. Got something a little slender, a little cool. You following along here? Sun Valley Fox in the hipster stage. I'll let this sink in for a second.
With hair.
While I drink. Yeah, he hasn't had hair since the 70s.
He hasn't had hair for long.
Okay. So I think the hipster movement is well represented here. This is from his time when he lived in Seattle. What else do we got? Do we have more? Why, yes, we do. Thank you for asking. Now,
Beans that goes, he looks like a skilled golfer.
a skilled golfer. Now, imagine an artist sketch if he was a fugitive. You know, they have to paint him in a light. Now, normally, artist renditions are very Unabomber. They're very solemn and straightforward. I think this guy, the artist who did this, was very Jimmy Buffett when he was an artist. So this is the artist rendition when the Sun Valley Fox was, in fact, a fugitive. A lot of people don't know that he jumped out of the airplane with D.B. Cooper and all that money. He jumped out of the plane. It's a quiet part of the strategy that nobody knows about. But this is the artist rendition if he was on the run. Now, to me, he looks like George Bush. But what do I know? This is the artist rendition of that time if he was a fugitive on how he would have aged alongside D.B. Cooper jumping out of a plane. Again, I left the picture up here so you guys can see the comparison. You see the notes in there? Not too far. Now, not a big jump to get to that one. Now, what you guys don't know is that in the mid 14th century, Sun Valley Fox was graduating high school and decided to enlist in the Foreign Legion. And that became a big adventure across 4 continents. But the AI, artificial intelligence program, knew of his travels, of his treks across the Sahara, and came up with this. This is the younger, more brash, right out of high school, Aladdin version of the Sun Valley Fox. You can see the comparison right there. It's nice, and this represents his time in the Foreign Legion. Now he did
That
join.
doesn't even look like him.
It does too. That's why I left the picture
That
up
is
there.
not. That is so
That's
funny.
what he looked like at 20 years old. You don't remember what he looked like at 20 years old? He was across the ocean.
Oh, gosh.
So this
that's
was
so
the Sun
funny.
Valley Fox at his Aladdin days. He made a huge
Got
impact.
a mullet going on.
He does have a mullet going on. All right. Now, I have one more before I move on to something else. We're almost out of time here. I got to say, when I saw this picture, the AI rendition, I knew I'd seen it somewhere before, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I could have done this show weeks ago, but I started doing some investigating. From what I know of the Sun Valley Fox's time on planet Earth, and there was a time when he was about 28. He was in his peak of physical condition. He was deep, deep, deep in the jungles of Africa with Jane Goodall. Do you guys remember Jane Goodall? Remember how she lived out there for years and she was tracking the monkeys, the chimpanzees. She was living with families of silverback gorillas and how dangerous that was. There's video, there's film, there's books. I think they made a movie about her too. It was an incredible time. But the part you don't realize is that during that 8 years of living deep in the Congo, The Sun Valley Fox was her Jane Goodall's protector. He was her guide. And even though he was very shy about getting actual pictures of him brought back to the United States during that time, this is what he looked like when he was on sabbatical with Jane Goodall, living with gorillas. This is a true rendition, and I have seen pictures very close to this. This is the Sun Valley Fox, 28 years old, in the Congo, living with gorillas and Jane Goodall.
Look at the hair.
Yeah, he was, well, there was no barbers in the Congo. You just had to let it flow. Let it flow
The
and let it
first
go.
Fabio.
He really was, wasn't he? He was the first Fabio. He kept a little bit of his hipster look. He kept a little bit of his glasses. He had the same smile and boyish charm of his Aladdin days. But boy, I'll tell you, when he was out in the Congo, Tarzan ain't got shit on him.
It's
I'll tell you.
Fabio Fox. Ace Madura says Fabio Fox.
So that was a big thing, and then we'll go back to us here. I just needed you guys to see. We were kind of pointing out the boomer strategies in life there, and the problems that went along with
Oh
being
my
a boomer
gosh.
and the failures that boomers brought. But I thought there might be a little bit of an insight if we shined a light on one of the most famous boomers of our time. The Sun Valley Fox gave all of you a well-deserved little history rendition of his travels abroad. And I think it was fair that artificial intelligence, some cutting-edge technology of today, was able to bring us such a perfect rendition of his life.
Wow.
So, what do you have?
We
Anything?
just went down history lane with him.
We did. We covered quite a bit, and
Right.
I think it was important to convey those messages. So, do you have anything to say in the sheets? I'm sure we're behind.
Yes, we are.
Well, why don't you start talking, sweetie?
Graham Gordon gave $2 for the weight loss bathing suit fund.
God, I was hoping nobody would bring that up.
Ryan Green over on Facebook. General, I did it. Amputation took a bit longer than expected, but I'm feeling amazing for someone who just chopped their leg off. Thanks again, Gen X fam. Your support is invaluable. Good
Now,
job.
did you see? He said he chopped a leg off. He didn't do what you said. You didn't come across and go, I was amputated above the knees. What, are you just talking to a couple of legs? The guy said it right. You said it wrong. You threw us all. You know we're drinking out here. All of us are drinking.
I read what was wrote.
Well, I'm
Read
sorry.
what was wrote.
Written.
Read
Read what was written.
I don't know. I haven't even been drinking.
No, but what you got to do is interpret for us.
Okay.
All right.
David Hemphill, $10. Just bought my first three-piece suit today before seeing Dr. Jordan Peterson tomorrow.
Oh.
Wearing my late grandfather's favorite turquoise bolo tie. What would you ask him if you had the opportunity?
Oh my God, Jordan Peterson. If I found myself with tickets in a hotel room to some city I would be there an hour and a half early and stay an hour and a half late. What would I ask Jordan Peterson? I would ask him if the liberal agenda is 100% on purpose. They know what they're doing wrong and they don't care, or are they, as part of it, actually they're kind of naive to what they're doing and they actually think that this will work and be okay. I'd like his interpretation on the left's extreme liberal agenda, if they know they're fucking it up or if they've been so brainwashed by it that they actually think it'll work, because he'll know that. He's danced around that hours and hours and hours, but I'd like to put that question to him, put him on record. Are they doing it on purpose and they know they're fucking it up? Or are they doing it on purpose because they just convinced
What
themselves?
if they started down that road with their liberal agenda, but then they didn't realize that it's steamrolled and now it's out of control and they can't stop it?
They on some things they've done that,
I mean,
and when they realize that they're stepping on their dick, they point to the Republicans and goes, "You did this. You didn't give us enough of what we wanted. Oh, you gave it to us too late, and so it's not our fault." And they're like, "No, we told you it was going to end this way." They shift blame, but I need to know what he thinks their motives are. That's what I'd ask him.
all right. Well, David Hemphill, there's your answer. John Morgan, $5. LOL, got screenshots of the Santa hat, chef's hat, and now the crown.
No. My God, I got to drink more of that.
Ace Madura, $5. Look at that handsome king. King something X. Yes, he has to be the 10th for Gen X. Now we need a name for him. Chat, can you help out?
Did you guys see the picture that's in the members only thread? If you're members on YouTube, go look. You can see it if you're a member. Facebook, go to the General's Lunchbox. It's one of the posts of today. Because the picture was in our living room and it looked really dorky with drapes and blinds behind. So we put some clouds and a castle in there and made it look halfway decent.
I'm yawning.
You're in this. We're not even doing our podcast. And you're
It's
yawning.
hot. It's hot in here. Stony B Gaming, member for 16 months. Love the crown, General. Michael Dawson, I'm an extra, member for 21 months. Loud One, $5. If you're looking for safety, you better get the F off my bus. Is that better?
I'm just asking you to PG-13 it.
I just did. Are you
Thank
okay?
You. Yes, my delicate
Okay.
nature has been avoided.
Barry Dano, $5. Another of their accomplishments was turning the young Gen Xers into remote controls.
Yep, absolutely.
David Johns on Facebook. Have a drink on me. 500 stars sent. David Johns on
And
Facebook.
no blue things dropped in the Facebook when he did his 500 stars.
Christopher Harvey on Facebook. 310 stars sent.
And no blue things dropped in the jar.
How do you
anymore.
know?
I'm looking at the jar.
Oh,
I guess that stars are just broken on Streamlabs. Not my fault.
TJ Wrench
Target.
over on Rumble. Gen X, we aren't offended. We grew up with Mad TV, Monty Python, Benny Hill, Mel Brooks movies.
That was such a funny thing to listen to you talk about with your dad loved Benny Hill and your mom hated it.
Oh, yeah. My dad was always watching it. For the longest time, I wasn't in the room, wasn't allowed in the
You
room.
weren't allowed-
But then
yeah.
as I got older, it was like, okay.
My grandfather was that way. My grandma's all, you don't like Benny Hill, do you? My grandfather looked at me, no, I don't. It's bad, right? We don't like it.
Yeah. Donnie Dahlem
Dahlem?
on Facebook. I missed Gen Z by 2 years. I'm a 63 baby, but I feel more Gen Z
He
than
means Gen
Boomer.
X.
He means Gen X. He doesn't
Okay.
mean Gen Z. He's been drinking.
All right. Barry Dano, $5. Hey, kid, your father is 18 with 38 years experience.
You damn right.
Ma Vic on Rumble. My wife is still irate over the Colin Kaepernick debacle and shuns the woke NFL and won't even talk to me on Sunday.
Hey, a Facebook thing just dropped and it was bumped out of the jar. It bounced around on Mrs. Fort Watton's ass, shaped peaches, and was out. Pump, 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 and then it like rattled the rim and was gone. Wow.
Okay. Sorry.
My God.
Susie over on Facebook. Maybe some rubber SV keychains.
Yeah, Sun Valley Fox keychains, little rubber ones, little 70s bendable ones. Would anybody buy pound SVF with a tail? That'd be kind of a cool design,
Yeah,
right?
that's very cool. I hate PHUX.
I hate
since we-
Fox, I'll say it.
Oh, you can say it.
Well, you're a lady.
Okay, member for 22 months. Better not PG my name.
Oh, and you did.
I did. I know. That's why I was joking. Josh Maddox, member for 23 months. 1 month left, and he gets his big red one.
Everyone, for those of you that don't know on YouTube, when you see the name go by and it's got the big red one by it, that's 1 year of tolerating my dumbass. And now when they get to 24 months, 24 months, they're going to have a big blue 2. I wonder who's first
I think it's Two Bear.
at getting the big. I thought it was Lion.
Lion.
I thought
maybe
Lion was
Lion-
first. I don't know
maybe.
if Lion's still around or not, but if he gets it, he'll be the first with a big blue 2.
I don't know. The Sun Valley Fox chimed in and said, start the Sun Valley Fox shirts. Thanks, Gen X Talks. Or Gen X Talks Rocks. Sorry. Zoe Michelle gave $10. Didn't know where it's going, except probably your whiskey fund. And the last one is JP Juice. Welcome to I'm an Extra.
Welcome. Thank you for joining. Now, I got a text.
From?
Mrs. Sun Valley Fox.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that picture of the Sun Valley Fox as Tarzan?
Yes.
She said, could you print that out and send it to me? I'm just saying, I don't know what she wants it for, but I'm just saying she wants it. I'd be happy to print that out and send it to you.
Okay. All right.
Listen, we got to go. We're a little bit late. We started a little bit early. We had more to talk about, but I filled up so much stuff in here. I knew I wasn't going to get to everything, but I warned you guys it was going to be a really good show. Kid, you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Oh, that was
That was quick.
that was quick. All right, Gracie, you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Bye, everyone. Happy Saturday night.
And she's gone. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for stopping by the bottom of the Glass Nation on a Saturday night. I warned you it was going to be fun tonight. I did not disappoint you, did I? We choked it out like we're supposed to. It was a lot of fun. We went after Boomers, went after Sun Valley Fox, all in good humor. We threw in something about the Russians and the Chinese just to round out the evening with class, style, and grace. I'm not sure where you tuned in from, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps somewhere around this planet on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember two things: wherever you go, there you are. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. That's right. I said it. You can't stop me. Oh, I gotta go.